Hi there, I'm Vapor with the North Solution, and today we are going to be taking a look at the translate system. But before we dive into the code, we are going to first take a look at a little preview. So over in the testing channel, we can go ahead and do translate. Now you get three options. They are all optional. You can supply a message ID, which will translate the message ID. You can just translate a message, which we'll go ahead and do. So I'll do which means my name is Vapor, and then we'll go ahead and translate this to, I don't know, Swedish. So this will just translate it to Swedish. It will go ahead and put a Swedish flag, but I don't know if that's correct. But I'll have to take a look at that. But it will supply the country's flag. So yeah, we can do that. We can also do then go ahead and go into apps, press translate, which will go ahead and translate this from French down to English. And we can do the same, but have a little bit more control. So we can go ahead and paste the message ID, go into language and translate Spanish, for example. So that concludes the little preview. So let's dive straight into the code. Alright, so arrived at the code, we can first go ahead and install a package. Using npm-i, we'll go ahead and install at imtraction, Google Translate. So we'll go ahead and add that package. We can then go ahead and minimize that one. Then we're going to go ahead and expand our file structure. So we're going to go ahead and make a new file called stringifyLanguage.js. We're going to go ahead into context menus. We'll make a new translateCTM.js file. We'll go ahead and make that of the general folder, make a new translate.js command file. Alright. So starting over at the utility file, we're gonna go ahead and export this module that exports with language into an arrow function and then an object. We'll go ahead and do let language string equals an empty string. Then we'll go ahead and define languages, and I am going to copy and paste the language array inside of there, and I might actually put this down in the description so you could check if it's there. Then we're going to go ahead and do for const lang of languages. We'll do if lang.value is equal to language. We're gonna go ahead and do language string is equal to lang.name. We'll then go ahead and return the language string. All right, so having done that command, we go ahead and move on to, actually I'll do this one first. So we're gonna go ahead into example command. We're gonna go ahead and copy all of this. We'll then change a few things. So translate. And we'll go ahead and say translate context into a different language. And we're going to go ahead and add three options. So first option is going to be message ID. We'll say set description is the message ID of the message you want to translate. We're gonna go ahead and do another string option. We'll set name to message. I can spell. set the description to the message you want to translate. All right, we'll then add a final string option. And we'll say language and like so. We are not going to be using any permissions. And actually for the language, I'm going to go ahead and add these choices. And I will leave this down in the description. All right. I'll also go ahead and define client and chat input, command interaction. Now you could also do command interaction, but I'm not sure what the difference is between the two. But anyways, we're gonna go ahead and move on by defining a message. And actually, I'm going to define this as an empty string. Then we'll go ahead and defer reply, interaction, defer reply. That one, true. Oops, I do need to make this async. Just remember to make that async. We'll go ahead and destructure options from interaction. We'll go ahead and do the message ID. We'll get that from options. And we will then go ahead and do if message ID. So if that exists, and we know that we have a message ID, so we can do message equals await interaction dot channel dot messages messages no yeah, messages dot fetch. We'll fetch the message ID. Then we can do else. So else if there is no message ID, we'll go ahead and do the message equals that. Then I'm gonna just build in a little check. So if there is no message, or message is equal to an empty string, and go ahead and say we return interaction edit apply. And we're going to go ahead and do embeds, but before we can put anything in, we need to make the embed. So we're going to go ahead and do const r embed, new embed builder, set the title. Actually, no, we'll set the color to white. We'll set the footer, set the text to be client.user.username, translate system. We'll set icon URL as client.user.displayAvatar URL. Alright, and then we can go ahead and say embed our embed.set description. You need to provide a message to translate. Alright. Then we'll go ahead and define the language, which is equal to getStringLanguage. And after that, we're going to go ahead and do const language name going to be equal to stringifyLanguage, which we can import from utils. So say util stringifyLanguage, and we also have to do a const translate, and we'll not do that. We'll say interaction to Google Translate, and we'll go ahead and input the language. All right, then we're gonna go ahead and do translate. We'll say message. We'll do to language. Also, before I forget, also say or in English if there's no language, otherwise it will get you an error. We'll then say that then, because this is a promise. We'll get the response. go ahead and do original language equal to stringify language res from language ISO. We'll say translated language to the language name. Then we'll go ahead and do our embed. We'll go ahead and set, add fields. We'll do name, and we'll do original message. And the value is then going to be the message. Can then add another. We'll say translate the message. So we're gonna get the response, and then we're gonna get the text from that response. We'll then go ahead and do into name. We'll say original language. And the final one is going to be translated language. Just so we can get the following. Oh wait, the bot is offline, so I was gonna show you, but I can't because the bot is offline. We're also gonna set not thumbnail, a timestamp, and we'll set thumbnail, which we'll set to be this string, and you can just because of English is not a flag, which we're gonna change to Great Britain. We'll also replace ZH with China, and we'll replace Korean with Korean flag. And these are just 3 examples that I know of, and you can go ahead and find your own, and we'll then go ahead and interaction, edit, reply. We'll go ahead and do embeds, our embed. All right. Now, that being that, we can go ahead and we can just go ahead and copy it from here on down. Gonna go into here, and we'll go ahead and require a few things from Discord.js, which is going to be context menu builder. We'll say application command type, and we'll say embed builder. We'll say stringify language equals to utils stringify language, and we'll require translate. And we're gonna go ahead and export this. Say data, new context menu command builder, set name, translate, and make sure this is going to be a capitalized T or something different, because if you were to put this as a lowercase t, it will give you an error. We'll then set the type to be application command type that message, and we can then go ahead and add the user permissions and bot permissions. We'll then say run async for the client and interaction, and like we did before, we'll go ahead and define this as client, and this is going to be message context menu command interaction. I know it's a bit of a mouthful, but we can at least go ahead and paste all of this in, because it will be mostly the same. And then I will just say language will be equal to English, and we can go ahead and remove all of this, and we will go ahead and say equals interaction. We'll get the target message, and then we'll go ahead and do const message equal to targets message content. And if there's no message, we can go ahead and return the embed. And well, you know what? For good measure, we'll also do set color to red, just to make it that little bit more obvious that there's something wrong. And then the rest will be the same. So yeah, we will now go ahead and go back to Discord to test it all out. So yeah, I'll meet you all there. Alright, so having arrived at Discord, we can go ahead and first try out the translate command. It looks as though we get an error. It's a not found. So we'll go ahead into, no, not that one, this one. I can close this one down actually. And so it appears that we cannot find that because that is going to be one folder back instead of two. So we'll go ahead and try that again, which in this case, it should say Je m'appelle Vapor, and that should go into my name is Vapor. The original language is French, which is correct, and then the translated language will be English. And you have the nice footer with the timestamp and the English flag. We can also say translate. We'll go ahead and copy down the message ID, and it will once again go and translate into French. And I am actually going to go ahead and put these two as inline. We'll go ahead and translate the message. So, Je m'appelle Vapor, and we'll translate that just to English. So yeah, you have that on a nice little row. And then you can also go ahead and say if you were to not provide anything, it will go ahead and complain that you will need a message to provide. No, you provide a message to translate, sorry. So yeah, that is going to be the entire system. So I do hope you enjoyed. If you did, press the like button, subscribe down there, and get notified, join the Discord. And that will be all for me today, and I will catch you all on the next one. Bye bye.